This is your Sky Captain speaking. We're going for a nice scenic tour of New York City on Xbox Series X in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Be sure to like the video so more people can check it out. Subscribing is great as well. And yeah, if we fly over somewhere where you might reside or a place you know, be sure to leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on that area, because it's always cool to see if we actually go over places people actually live, because that's kind of really awesome. So this is the Governor's Island, and we are going to be going over some of the, scenic elements of New York, talking about the different spots to the best of my ability, and I hope you enjoy this scenic tour. And if you'd like to see more, obviously let me know also of places you'd like to see. We've done Los Angeles previously, and this is our second tour, going again to New York. So first up here, well, I guess second up, because we did the Governor's Island, but the first big thing to check out is the Statue of Liberty. So you can see that right here on the island. Kind of looks a lot more detailed than it was last time, I think. They actually took some time to kind of highlight this one to a degree. So we're going to just do another little circle around here, just so that you get like a little bit closer of a viewing of Lady Liberty, I guess, there. So that's kind of cool. And it's actually like a decently sized, I guess, island for the thing. Keeping in mind, I'm Canadian, so I haven't actually been to New York, so it's neat to be flying over here and taking a look at it. So there's Jersey City, so kind of a bigger area. We're not going to be really taking a look there, but you can see lots of like dock areas and the like. And then over to the right there, we've got things such as like Greenpoint and all that over on the far right, over the Governor's Island there. So that's kind of a neat spot. Basically Brooklyn's over there, I guess you could say. So again, this is just like a little bit of a showcase of Jersey, but we're mostly here to be taking a look at New York. And we've got a decent, kind of plane for flying and doing a scenic tour. And you might also notice that this place is a little bit more demanding on performance than other areas in Flight Sim. That's just because it is heavy, heavy buildings. So there is a lot going on here. I guess that green area to the tip is called the Battery. And then on the other side, there's the Brooklyn Bridge, which is going to be a little bit harder to showcase. We're going to try to fly down the middle to the best of our ability, kind of just giving you a look at the different buildings and the different things going on here. But that's apparently like the Batteries down there. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then there we've got the One World Trade Center, kind of a big tall building there. There's the Brooklyn Bridge, kind of an iconic bridge area. Obviously this is New York, but you can see like high density within all of the different buildings. And sorry, there are so many buildings and areas to look at in this one. It is quite detailed. So this is the Lower East Side that I guess we're going, and then over there will be the East Village. This seems to be a bit more like an area where folks kind of reside and live, I suppose. I guess my best exploration of New York is I did do a tour of this on Flight Sim on PC the other year, and, well, last year, I guess, the other year. And, obviously, the Spider-Man games. A lot of exploration there. So this is also considered, like, Lower Manhattan. Actually, I didn't really realize or think that there's this much, like, it's still high density, but not, like, intense skyscrapers like over there is going to be. So we're just going to fly across it just to show it off to the best of our ability. And I'm assuming there's less trees than there actually is showing up on the map. It seems like Flight Sim likes to really believe that we've got more tree cover than we necessarily do in a lot of places. There's a museum of ice cream shop. Oh, that would be cool. Somewhere around here, I guess. Huh. And then over there will be like Greenwich Village. And then I think there's like a Union Square up there too. So we're going to have to kind of move up that way and get to it. Sorry I can't be as detailed as I am on my other flight guides. It's just there's so many buildings. You'd have to really be going at like a snail speed in order to be truly covering them all. Oh, there's Madison Square Garden. That's the Flatiron Building. It's good that they did highlight some spots for us to be like, hey, here's this area and this area. So yeah, we're just going to kind of be going almost zigzags through the area to try to show off as much of the different spots as possible. And trying to give you an idea of the details of the different sections. Looks like a bit of a train yard here. I think we're getting closer to the Chelsea area, but there's the Madison Square Garden right there. Kind of a bit of an iconic spot. And then we saw the the Empire State Building's right here, and there's the Flatiron Building. So we're a little bit farther up than I thought. That actually should be Chelsea that we just kind of passed. There's Rose Hill. But yeah, there's King Kong's favorite pole. And Kips Bay and the Rose Hill. I don't quite know the specific meanings behind these areas, but you know, kind of cool to have these available. So much intense density going on here. So let's fly around. Oh, there's the Queensbridge houses. Queensbridge houses. Oh, interesting. And then we're flowing around this way. There's the Chrysler Building, so that's also an iconic part of the skyline here. And I think this is going to be more like Midtown East is right in this spot. And yeah, kind of really, really dense. I can't imagine what it would actually be like to be, you know, this kind of busy place with this many people. It would be just wild. And there's the Chrysler Building. Ooh, it looks like MetLife. It says right on the sign. A little bit of a green space. That's nice. It's amazing they can slide those in there. H&M. Is that the H&M headquarters? Actually, it's kind of wild that that sticks out as well as it does there. That's crazy. And Hell's Kitchen. Oh, that's a Daredevil spot. Oh, surprising amount of parking lots and stuff. Interesting. Oh, looks like we got a cruise liner over there. That's kind of funny too. Definitely did not see that coming. So we're going, you know, flying back again, just kind of making a little bit of distance and then crossing over. And then, of course, as we get further, we're going to kind of being kind of a big spot. That would be like Central Park is to the left over there. But I think we should be seeing Times Square somewhere around here. It's kind of like a really super dense area. That, I believe, is there, kind of. It kind of looks like it. Sorry, there's just so many buildings that are so big. Where did all the materials come from? It's just like, it seems like it would be crazy to kind of get like stuff in here to build these huge buildings. Can't imagine what it does to a probably already stressed out sort of traffic. So there's Roosevelt Island. That's that little thin chain there, kind of in the middle of that bridge. So, well, the bridge is attached to it. And then we're going to be flying back around, and you're seeing there we have Central Park. This is the Upper East Side, and Yorkville's kind of down that way. And on the other side we have the Upper West Side will be on the other side of the Central Park here. And yeah, again, a lot of density on this one. It's kind of nuts to see. It almost seems like it's a little bit more detailed than it was when I previously checked this out. So I think a lot of it gets kind of covered due to the extra trees, where you can see some of the details of the buildings and stuff down there. And it looks like, you know, obviously a place a lot of people check out. Oh, I'm familiar with that little area there. That's a cool spot. Huh. It's kind of nuts to see this from this angle, basically. You know, just kind of like going through here. Because usually, like I said, Spider-Man games, web slinging. Kind of going through it. And then we're going to go up the middle a bit more. So we have a bit of a dock area over there as well. Must be crazy, like, zone stuff and that. Just wild. And obviously, you know, Central Park, which we knew. We mentioned that, right? Like, kind of well-known. And it's just, like, a huge area, you know, the fact that you got, like, water and everything there. It's kind of a really quaint sort of spot, I want to say. It's got, like, a lot of walking path areas. Some buildings attached to it. It's kind of cool. Oh, I use this area right here for my ray tracing tests on Miles Morales. So that's kind of funny. Definitely a cool little spot to talk about. And then I think over there, it's like a bump out. I'm trying to think of it. Okay, so that island there is like Randall's Island is that one over there. So it's like a little bit detached, you can see, and there's like that big bridge kind of connecting to it. So that's kind of a neat spot. And then I guess as we get up here, closer to there, but in the actual main area, we should be seeing where Harlem is, or at least East Harlem. And I think there's like a Thomas Jefferson Park up here too. Might be a little hard to tell due to the way that all the trees kind of combine to each other. But I believe it's right there where the little pools of like blue are. I believe that should be that specific park. And again, this looks like more of like regular folk housing and everything, like for people and that, as opposed to being the heavy business side all the way down there. It must be wild to like live in this kind of setup. I don't even know if I can handle this many people myself, but you know, good on you folks that do. Oh, that looks kind of interesting. It's like a pool, I want to say. Huh. It's kind of neat. But hope you enjoying your tour. Museum. Okay, so this is Riverside Park. Is this sort of stretch of green right along the water there. It's kind of a cool area. And then this is like, I guess, central Harlem there. This is a really, really big sort of spot. And I think this is the Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine. Is that kind of odd silvery building there with the fancy, I want to say, mosaic type designs out front of it. Kind of a neat spot. Oh, we've got a bit of a little park area. So that's the Riverbank State Park and everything like that over there. We see the fields. Looks like they almost expanded the land to be able to build that. So that's kind of a little bit interesting. And wow, there is so much going on here. This is a very, very intense area. So we've also got a bit of a field coming up there over to the left. So we're going to gravitate and show off a bit of that as well. Sugar Hill. Oh, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, this is going to be Yankee Stadium up here. You can kind of already see the outline of it, I think, in the middle. And then to the left of it across should be like the Washington Heights area. And this is like Upper Manhattan. I think there's like that little cut park there. That's Holcomb Rucker Park right there. That green space that's sort of right below where that river is. Again, hard to tell details out for folks because there is so much to this. But yeah, this is the Yankee Stadium here. Kind of a big spot, you know, very expansive. A lot of space, a lot of seats. Just massive in terms of scale. That's kind of crazy. Absolutely kind of crazy. Oh, wow, and it just kind of like goes on and on and on, seemingly being endless as well for the area. But we're going to fly a bit more out here. There's the Inglewood Cliffs over there, and it looks like we're almost leaving the Manhattan area, kind of going towards, I guess this would be Inwood, up here at the top, where there's like a split on the left, where the water is. And then over on the right, we would have the New York Botanical Gardens, I guess, over there. That kind of green space, the big sort of green space there. And then there's also like the Bronx Zoo, and that is over that way. So we might kind of loop back around here in order to show off some of that stuff, and also like Rikers Island. But that's the tip of the spot with Inwood there. And I guess that's the Inwood Hill Nature Center is kind of like right there in the green in the middle of it. And yeah, there's just so much going on here. Riverdale's up here. What? Just kind of funny. But yeah, we're going to kind of begin our wraparound in order to show off some of the highlights over here on the right side as we come back around. Again, trying to show off the area and New York in general to the best of my ability. Mostly, I guess, Manhattan, but, you know, I don't want to miss out on certain spots. But there's, like, the Bronx. So we're going to be kind of going to the, again, the New York Botanical Garden should be here, and the Bronx Zoo in this green space right up ahead, which is kind of a neat spot. So you should be seeing that right below there. See, this is a little bit quite more lower to the ground, which is nice because this is what I'm used to flying. Instead of with the skyscrapers, you got to go pretty high, right, to be able to see everything. Kind of a neat spot. And then, yeah, this should be the zoo right about here. And again, it's going to be covered by the trees. It happens for a lot of like zoos and parks and stuff. The tree cover really seems to kind of, you know, blanket it out almost. We're going to continue along down this way. Parkchester, Locust Point. We want to get to Rikers Island, though, because I think that's kind of a cool spot to show off, at least in my opinion. It's kind of a neat spot. So there's like a small island there. Like, I want to say the medium island. That one is the North Brother Island, and then the little island is the South Brother Island. And then, yeah, Rikers Island is to the left there. So that's kind of a neat spot to show off. Just kind of debating if I want to go through Brooklyn's. We might do a quick showcase there just to kind of get to the John F. Kennedy Airport. Considering that's going to be a bit of a, you know, a landing spot for like planes and stuff. Or, well, even a launching spot for planes. So I hope I'm showing off the area properly so you get an idea of it. But yeah, we're coming up here again to Rikers Island in just a sec as we reach this spot right there on the left. See that big one there? That's the Rikers Island, and those are the brother islands like I mentioned. I wonder if anyone's actually, like, have they built on there? It kind of looks like little buildings might be on the islands. be neat to see like an empty, sort of treed island in the middle of all this like intense building construction, right? Kind of wild. So you can see this is like a really, really big island, which is like the single bridge option. It's kind of nuts. And we've also got like a very large airport there, LaGuardia. So that's kind of I think that's an airport. Yeah, this looks like an airport area. I don't know if it's for like, what I'm kind of meaning is like, I don't know if it's for regular folks or if it's like strictly for some other application, but yeah, that's kind of that spot. And then we should be coming up here once we kind of get to the far end over this landmass area. Our final destination is the John F. Kennedy Airport, showing off a bit of Brooklyn here. I think Queens would be over to the left to a degree, and then Long Beach would be on the far side. Oh, there's the Kennedy International, so that's where we're actually headed. Oh, and then I guess the far end, oh, that would be Staten Island, would be not here, but like way over there, kind of past Jersey. So let's adjust our perspective a little bit. I guess I could look for some highlightable spots as we're going through here. I believe this is Prospect Park, and there should be the Brooklyn Museum, kind of like the little spot that like goes onto the park there. Kind of a neat spot. And then it looks like that area there, that bit of green, is the Jackie Robinson Parkway. Oh no, that's the road, is the Jackie Robinson Parkway. That is Forest Park. Sorry, my bad on that one. And we should actually see some cool island chains upside the Kennedy International Airport as well, which is kind of neat. And I think there's a couple island chains that are going to be coming up there as well. Like Brighton Beach, and obviously on the other side there's a bit of a stretched out. You can see that right off into the distance there. There's like an extra straight line of an island. And, that's kind of your different like special beaches and areas that kind of a big thing. And then if you were to go down to the left more that way, you would get to places like Long Beach and the Jones Beach State Park. So we're not directly going there, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit more context of the the particular area as we're flying over it and seeing things. But we're getting very close to the airport here. Just give you a good look at the place. Okay, so there we go. You see that bridge over there? Just over yonder on the other side, that would be Staten Island. So it's kind of an extra little showcase I wanted to say as well. And obviously, there's the main Manhattan area and everything like that. So I hope this kind of was a good showcase of the area. I do enjoy doing these tours. So once again, liking the video is just great for that. Subscribing is awesome as well. And I hope to deliver more unique flight sim experiences, showing off different cities, kind of doing these cool tours just to give you an idea of different places around the world, because the sky is calling and there's just so many cool, unique experiences to have, places to see and locations to visit along the way. And I think it's just kind of exciting that there's so many regions we can go to, because it's like endless, the world. There are so many exciting places to visit and to witness, and I think it's just kind of thrilling. And I hope that, you've kind of maybe learned a bit about areas, or at least seen some of them in action. That's kind of was my goal there with these. So that big area there, that's Floyd Bennett Fields, and to the right is like a marine park area as well. I think with the water kind of going in and out. Yeah, that should be what that is. It looks a little different from the updated map. Or is this... Okay, this is like... Oh, wait, I might be off on that one. That is... Oh. No. Okay, I am right. Okay, I'm good. That is the Floyd Bennett Field, and this is like the Mill Basin right below. And, yeah, there is the Kennedy Airport, and like I said, the big kind of beach areas here. That's like the broad channel right in front of us, and that would lead you to Sunset Cove Park, and then there'd be the Rockaway beaches, and the big beaches there, all the different areas and harbors and stuff you could go to. There's a place called Breezy Point. Oh, that's pretty cool. Feels pretty breezy. But yeah, there's the Kennedy Airport, which we usually take off from, but I wanted a more direct sort of launching path in showcasing this flight. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the area, and then I captured it decently well. I mean, it's massive, so Not super easy to do, but I try my best.